Hello, everyone. Imagine waking up every day with a knot in your stomach, not because of an upcoming test or homework due, but because you are afraid of what someone might say, post, or do to you. Sounds scary, right? Sadly, this is the reality for many students worldwide. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Naila Najiyah, and I am a student from MTsN to Padang. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, my fellow students and friends. Today, I would like to take a couple of minutes of your time to talk about an important topic that I'm sure many of you are not unfamiliar with, which is bullying, and how we all can help put a stop to it. Now, before I talk about how we can help stop bullying, we must understand what bullying is. I'm sure most people think that they already know what bullying is. However, most people tend to forget that bullying isn't always the stereotypical bullying you see in movies or TV shows. Bullying isn't just making fun or pushing or kicking someone around. It's making someone feel like they don't belong. It's using words, actions to control, hurt, and humiliate others. Sometimes it doesn't happen face to face. It can happen anywhere from online, social media, group chats, schools, and many more places. Often in silence, where the damage is harder to see but hits just as deep. In schools, sometimes it's labeled as kids being kids, but in reality, it's pain disguised and labeled as a joke. It's cruelty labeled as just teasing, and it's a cycle that will continue if we choose silence over action. So let's be clear, bullying is never okay. You can never justify bullying because there is no positive outcome to bullying. And let's not forget that bullying negatively affects both the victim and the bully. As for the victim, bullying might cause them to have depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and sadly, in some cases, suicidal thoughts, behaviors, and self-harm. Did you know that victims of bullying are between 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide? Sad, right? However, for the bully might be more open to committing crimes and violence, and they are more highly likely to become abusive towards their future partners and children later in life. Which leads us to the question, how can we help stop bullying? Well, luckily, stopping bullying does not take superheroes. You don't need to be a powerful person to help. Since 85% of bullying takes place in front of other people, when you see someone getting bullied, please say something. Do not stay silent. Staying silent will only make bullying worse. Instead, step in safely or tell another trusted adult. If you are a bully or have been a bully, good news, you can change. I know it's hard to admit to your wrongful actions and it's hard to apologize, but I know you can do it. Please do it for your own sake and the sake of others around you. If you are a victim of bullying or are being bullied, first of all, I'm sorry this is happening to you. But secondly, please speak up or tell someone that you trust, an adult or a teacher. I know you're going through a lot of pain and it's hard to stand up or speak up for yourself, but you are not alone and you never have to face it alone. I believe in you and you deserve better. So Please believe in me when I say that we all have the power to make our communities, our open spaces, and our schools much safer. It starts with us. It starts with you and your voice. So don't let your fear control you and stop you from doing the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, my fellow students and friends. Today, let's make a choice. Let's choose courage over comfort. And let's not forget that silence is only going to make bullying worse than it already is. Instead, let's stand up and speak up for what we know is right. Thank you. I'd like to apologize if I have made any mistakes today. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.